Well, our 53-man roster, our initial 53-man roster, is here. And man, did Detroit make some surprise moves this year, just like they did last year and the year before. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, by the way, guys, I want to clear this real quick. In the last video on the first waiver roster cuts, I felt like that I did not know what waived and cut and released meant. I do know what that means. I just wasn't thinking about it. I thought everybody got cut for some reason, so I just wasn't thinking. So I'm just going to go over the people who got cut. They could have been released or waived. I don't know. I'm just going to go over the people that have been cut and our 53-man roster. So at quarterback, we have Goff and Bridgewater. Sudfeld and Martinez have been cut. I'm not 100% sure about Sudfeld either. He got put on IR, he got cut. I haven't seen anything about him yet. This is according to Pride of Detroit, by the way. And Pride of Detroit's always right, so go check them out. They always give a lot of good content out there. I like that decision a lot. Hendon Hooker's on NFI. I really liked it a lot. That's clean, no questions argued right now. Now, this is my number one, I'm like, what's Brad Holmes doing? What's Dan Campbell doing? We keep 3 running backs / fullbacks. We keep Montgomery, Gibbs, and Kabinda. We cut Benny Snell, Craig Reynolds, Jamar Jefferson, and Devin Ozigbo. We are keeping 2 running backs and a fullback who cannot catch or run the ball that good. Woohoo! I'm assuming Detroit's looking to add a running back somewhere else, either like a Kenyon Drake or somebody like that. But we have to have the least amount of running backs on a team right now. 2 running backs. I've never seen the Lions ever do that, or any NFL team in general. We keep 5 receivers. More and more I was thinking about this a couple days because I watched some other Lions YouTubers, 53-man rosters. They said that maybe we should only keep 5 receivers. And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? And then I started to process it through my head, and I'm like, I actually like this idea because if we're gonna keep an extra DB, because of how good our DBs were in preseason, then that's probably one of the ways you're gonna do it. So I'm actually fine with keeping 5 receivers. We keep Amon-Ra, Josh Khalif, Marvin Jones, and Antoine Green. We release Dylan Drummond. We release Maurice Alexander, Avery Davis, Jason Moore, and Chase Cota. Chase Cota evidently was waived with an injury settlement. So, yeah, man. I did not know Chase Cota was hurt, so that's news to me. But I'm fine with that at receiver. And, of course, Jamo's on suspended list. At tight end, we have 3. We have Brock Wright, Sam Laporte, and James Mitchell. Daryl Daniels just got cut earlier today, so obviously those are going to be the 3. We had 8 offensive linemen make the team. 100% agree with that. I even thought we could maybe do 7. I know it's going to be a little bit ridiculous if we kept 7. But I'm fine with 8. I don't know about the last offensive lineman that I agree with here, but it's Decker, Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Big V, Stool, Glasgow, Sworsdow, and Matt Nelson. I don't know if I like Matt Nelson making the roster. Never really been a fan of Matt Nelson, but he was okay, I guess, at swing tackle last year, and I did like how he used that in the playbook, so it's not the worst thing in the world, so I'm fine with that. And at interior, we keep 5. We keep Aleem McNeil, Bugs, Levi Onwuzurike. Benito Jones does make the 53-man initially, and Broderick Martin. 100% agree with that. I thought maybe Corey Durden could slip his way instead of Benito, just from how good his last preseason game was. So Durden, Chris Smith, and Covington have all been cut, I believe. I think those are the only 3 other interior men we have on heading into the preseason. Could be wrong, though. Mark my word if I'm wrong. We keep 7 edges. We keep Hutchinson, Charles Harris, Kaminsky, Pascal, James Houston, Romeo Cora, and we do keep, hold on a minute, and we do keep Julian Okora. I'm glad about this because I felt like we had to keep Julian on the roster. He's one of our most underrated pieces on defense, I feel like, or let alone the whole entire team. And I just didn't see the Lions cutting Romeo's brother. I just didn't see that. So I'm fine with that on edge, 100%. I really like that edge group. That edge group looks kind of stacked, if you ask me. Hutchinson, already becoming one of the best DNs in the league. Charles Harris could have another good year this year, like he did 2 years ago. Kaminsky looked great in preseason and has always been good. Pascal, I think, will have a good year this year. Houston should continue the stuff he's doing last year. Romeo should be 100% this year. And then Julian, who's always going to get you 3-4 sacks a season. So I really like that. We keep 6 linebackers, and I thought from how we kept this many edges, I thought we were only going to keep 5. But we do end up keeping 6. We keep Anzalone, Campbell, Rodrigo, Derek Barnes, Reeves Maven, and Anthony Pittman. So we do keep Pittman. I think Pittman is so good on special teams. So I am fine with that. But it's interesting. I probably would have took Benny Snell or Craig Rounds at running back over Pittman. Just because I feel like 3 running backs is a little bit, or 2 running backs technically, is a little bit too low. I don't think anybody's going to argue that. So I probably would have took a running back over Pittman, but it is what it is, I guess, for right now. We keep 7 corners. So I was right on my last 53-man roster how many corners we were going to keep. But not the corners I thought we were going to keep. We keep Sutton, Jerry Jacobs, Moseley was activated off the PUP today. That is some breaking news that I did not expect from today. I thought it was just going to be cuts and maybe a trade here too. But evidently Moseley's activated off the PUP and could play week 1. So that's very good to see. Brian Branch, Will Harris, Stephen Gilmore. So Gilly Lock does make it. And this one shocks me. This is probably my most shocked person who made this 53-man. Khalil Dorsey makes the initial 53-man roster. Woo! I guarantee they're just keeping him because of special teams. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong and he does turn into something, but it's just crazy to me how the Lions took Dorsey over Starling Thomas and Chase Lucas. Like, I can understand Colby Richardson, but wow, over Thomas and Lucas, I don't know about that one. I mean, maybe Lucas I can kind of get it, but not over Starling Thomas. That was the one cut we made today that I was like, I don't agree with Campbell or Holmes here at all. I think they're a little bit crazy, but it's Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. They'll make the right moves. I'm not the head coach. I'm not the GM. They are. They know what they're doing. So yeah, man, that's interesting though. I'm really glad though Gilly Lock made the roster. I'm so glad at that. I just don't know about taking Dorsey over Starling Thomas. I just don't know about that one. We keep 4 safeties. I think I maybe kept 5. I can't remember. I think it was 4, though. We kept Gardner Johnson, Joseph Walker, and Melifonwu, who does make the roster. I thought maybe there was a shot we only kept 3 safeties, or if we did keep 4, Brady Breeze could make it over Melifonwu, but we did not. So I'm fine with that. I would have took. I think I did take Melifonwu over Breeze. And Joseph, just because he's a former 3rd-round pick, and 3rd-round picks is still really early picks to me, so I feel like he could still show into something. It's just a matter of time. Like, he could get cut. Like, if we pick somebody up today through a trade or through a free agency or for waiver claim, he could be one of those guys to be cut in that replacement. But, yeah, man. We keep 3 special teams, 3 special teamers, obviously. We keep Fox, Daly, and Patterson. But we do have some news. It's not really breaking news just yet. I will make like a short on it tonight if it is some breaking news. But reportedly, we are searching for another kicker through another trade. I don't know about that, man. Through a trade again. there's been a lot of good kickers who have been waived or released this preseason or just this offseason in general. There's some big names. I don't think Brett Maher's been cut yet, but the Broncos just traded for the Broncos just traded for, I forget who it was, but it was somebody really good. I think it might have been Dustin Hopkins. Not 100% sure on that, but I think it could be him. So then, most likely Brett Maher would get cut. So maybe he would be an option. Robbie Gould's still out there. Mason Crosby's still out there. Cade York, I think he was drafted last year. He's out there. He's got a really long leg. Michael Badgley could bring him back. It's kind of a waste of a trade then by getting Patterson. Then you just wasted a 7th round pick if you do that. But yeah, man, there's some really good kickers still out there in free agency. So if I was gonna get another kicker to make it over Patterson, I go free agency, not trade again, man. I'm not trying to give up any more value. So that's our 53-man roster currently. I would say the surprises who made the roster is Pittman, Khalil Dorsey, obviously. I would say those are the only 2 shocks who made the roster for me. Maybe Matt Nelson's a shock, but after we cut Fetty, I knew we were keeping him. Some major surprises who got cut today, not through the first wave, but from today. Some major ones that got cut was Craig Reynolds, Benny Snell, Chase Cota, Corey Durden, I guess you could say, Starling Thomas. So yeah, we caught Parker Romo as well today. So that's our 53-man roster. So I think I did a solid job on my predictions. But at the same time, Detroit shocked me with a lot of their last roster bubble people. So, yeah, man, that's the Detroit Lions 53-man roster. Who do you guys think the 16 practice squad men will keep? Who will be, excuse me. And what, if any players do you think the Lions should go after, or will they pick up through a trade, free agency, whatever, waiver claim, whatever? Tell that in the comments if they're not disabled. And that's it, man. So I'll keep you guys posted if we have any more breaking news, either a massive trade or a big free agency pickup. If it's just a small guy that we pick up, I won't make a short about it or a video about it. I'll just talk about it in the next whatever video I do. But yeah, man, this is probably going to be our last Lions video unless we have some breaking news, some major breaking news. So tell me if you guys agree or disagree with the 53-man roster. I think it's fine. I don't know about the roster bubble people they decide to keep, but Brad Holmes and Campbell know what they're doing, so I trust them. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Like, subscribe, be greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next one. Go Lions, one pride.